Hello, and hi there. Welcome to the I'm an expert at nothing but myself podcast. Well, I'll be bringing my own life experiences and trying to make sense of them. I guess call it making cool lemonade out of dry citrus. Well, humor aside, I'm a sucker for good conversation. I could arguably have a fat chat the whole day. With that being said, very loosely, my point is I appreciate human interaction. This podcast brings exactly that, the importance of human interaction. Invite my voice and the voices of my guests into your living room, your lounge, your car, your AirPods, or you know what, wherever you find yourself, and fully immerse yourself in hearing me, quote unquote, figure it out. Enjoy. Let's get into it. So, turns out I don't know. Turns out I kind of lied to myself. I thought, oh, yeah, you know, I deserve a break. And you know, and I thought, okay, you know what, you don't always have to have a guest. And I thought back to like season 1, where I did those 2 episodes where it was just me talking and blah blah blah, and I figured, why the fuck not, you know? So today's episode, it has to be the most random episode ever. I picked up the mic and I thought, well, let's just open the computer or my laptop and let's see what's going on in the world. And, you know, it wouldn't hurt to do some social commentary, I guess, right? Add some humor to it. Have my own little comedy set. No. Let me just take the pressure off of me. Because what happens if it's not funny? So, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to brush my teeth. Make myself some breakfast. All right? That has to be the worst Liverpool accent ever. It was like a mashup of Liverpool and, I don't know, wannabe Scottish, but doesn't really sound Scottish. But then it was leaning towards being Irish, but it's not really Irish. So I think I'm just gonna move away from the wannabe Liverpool accent and say, are you serious? Are you serious? Huh? But anywho, yeah. So I'm just gonna make myself some brekkie, and I am gonna tell you what I made. I'm most likely just gonna keep it really simple and crack open my laptop, which I'm selling, by the way. So if you're interested, holla at a boy. Right. Let's negotiate. You know, English is actually a very strange language now that I think about it. We say negotiate, but you spell it negotiate. Weird. Imagine we walked around saying that. Hey, I wanted to negotiate with you. Or I wanted to negotiate. What? Oh. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Don't give me the mic. But anyway, the purpose of this pod episode, I don't know, it's a bit random. I tried something new the other day, which didn't really work out, but also, I don't know, the timing and stuff, whatever. blah blah blah. So I kind of did like interview someone for like a solid 20 minutes. It was a stranger. I will refrain from using her name. Whatever. But I'll like put a snippet of what she said or the kind of style. Actually, turns out I need the bathroom. So could we actually, need a bathroom. Need to do number 2 too.
Okay, so basically what you're doing now is called Vox Pops, which is a journalistic term for... It's kind of like a docu-series. Falls in the same sort of genre as documentaries.
Yeah.
But it's like those annoying TikTokers who go to people with the mic and ask you, what are you listening to? Or can I ask you 5 questions about
this country?
How did you two meet?
Yeah.
Like that type of thing.
Yeah.
Or you'll even see it happens on the news sometimes where they'll like, if there's protests, where there's like protests, then what do you call it? When there's protests, then they will like hand the mic to random people and like ask them questions.
Yeah, like blah 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 blah. Name 5 countries in Africa.
No, okay, the TikTokers do that, but
on
the
I'm
news,
just saying, like,
but like yes, those people, those people.
Yeah.
It's an effective form of journalism, I suppose, but it can be staged very easily, which is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. I are back with a banger. Out of curiosity, what do you guys do? Brush your teeth, then breakfast? Or are you one of those psychopaths who eat breakfast and then brush their teeth later? So I brush my teeth and I'm having oats, and after that I'm currently boiling an egg. Let's what did I promise you guys? Social commentary. That's what I said, right? But I think what I find very interesting is that when I go to Google and I type what is happening in the world, I get CNN, CBS, US News and World Report, Sky, NBC, The Guardian, ABC, BBC, the New York Times, USA Today. Where the F is Al Jazeera? Come on. It's all these censored news. Did I just voice out my opinion? Yes, I did. With no shame. What is happening in the world? Al Jazeera. Woo! I know. Breaking news today from Al Jazeera. Actually, you know what? Fudge it with some caramel. Yesterday, I'm not gonna I am gonna do social commentary, but I don't know. I'm not gonna look at world news. Maybe let me bring it closer to home. Yesterday, I was watching this pod, but on YouTube, with who was the guest? The guest was, I'd have to check my history, but something I found like really interesting. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave the link in the description, so I would urge you to check it out. But it was an episode from SMWX, and it was JJ Tabane. Yeah, he was the one who was being interviewed. I don't know if you guys know JJ Tabane, But for those obviously like listening overseas, actually, you know what? Let me actually give a shout out. What is a shout out? Let me give a shout out to these countries. I think we are on 18 countries now. 19? 20? No, we actually 20. It's all over the place, as you can tell, and I'm pretty sure it's obvious now that it's all over the place. But let me actually make a shout out to these countries. Obviously, South Africa. Let's take a look at South Africa. Most of my listeners in South Africa are from Gauteng. Shout out to Gauteng. Gautengling. And obviously my Northwest being lost. How dare you? The disrespect. I knew it, man. It'd be your own. But anyway, most of my listeners are from Gauteng, followed by the Eastern Cape, then the Western Cape, and then the Orange Free State, KZN, and then the Northwest. Those are my listeners from South Africa. Africa, Bora, Boom Shakalaka, Hum Hum. And then you got the United States. Ooh, nice. It's a tie between New York, Georgia, and Virginia. Amazing. Shout out to my United States listeners. And then it's Switzerland, with Bern leading, and then Basel City, and then Solothurn. It's probably being butchered, but that's fine. That's great. Thank you to my Swiss chocolate-loving... See what I did there? To my Swiss chocolate-loving listeners. And then we got Netherlands, and leading is North Holland, and then next is South Holland. I honestly don't know the difference. Geography wasn't my groove, but shout out to my listeners from Netherlands. And then we have, what do we have next? Nekisiti, United Kingdom, England. Shout out to my listeners from England. And then what do we have next? Bear with me. Spain, Catalonia. Hey, shout out to my listeners in the Catalan city. I don't know. Could be Barcelona or somewhere. I don't know. And then we got Ecuador. Shout out to my listeners from Ecuador in Pichincha. Yeah. Shout out to my listeners from Ecuador. Oh wait, I'm boiling an egg. I forgot. Give me a second. I'll be back. Did you enjoy the silence? Because I'm not going to edit the silence out. I'm certainly not. And then we have Malta. But I think it's just one listener. I could be wrong. But shout out to my listeners from St. Paul's Bay and Kazira, yeah. You'll have to help me out there. Help a brother out. Also, to my listeners who I have not met and who I do not know, I believe I've left my Instagram. Give me a follow. I'll follow back. Just let me know that you listen to my pod, and I'll certainly give you a follow back. because I don't have a separate page for my pod, and I don't know, it feels like a lot to manage. I think once like I have a team and everything, I most likely will. So for now, just follow me on my personal page and let's get to know each other. Yeah, totally. And then after that, we have Belgium, Brussels capital, and Wallonia. Shout out to my listeners. And yeah, this is probably getting tedious, but bear with me. Have you heard that TikTok sound? Bear with me. And then we have just recently, actually, when I checked the stats this morning, Republic of Moldova. Very, very, very random, but yeah, I don't know where, because it doesn't actually specify where. But shout out anyway. Hello. I don't. What do they speak in Moldova? No clue. But I'm pretty sure they understand English if they're listening. So, of course. Mazovia in Poland. Shout out. By the way, that's not a person, that's a place. Yeah, just in case it sounded like I was giving a Mazovia a shout out. Totally not. But I bet there's someone out there named Mazovia. So if there's a Mazovia, hello Mazovia. And then we have the UAE. Yeah, come on now. Come on. Dubai. That's probably Tony. Shout out Tony. Where my kids at? And then Japan. Osaka. Shout out. My listeners are there. And we have after Japan we have France. Oui. Bon. Wait. Man, what's happening to me? I wasn't using my laptop for a few days, and it seems like I'm computer illiterate. Okay. France, oui. Bonsoir. It doesn't specify where in France, but it be like that. And then we have Portugal, Lisbon. And then we have over here what's after Portugal? Then I'll obviously like count the countries just after this, and then yeah, much. After Portugal, we have Canada, and in Canada, Manitoba. Yeah, I know a few people from Canada, so if it's them, hello. And then we have Thailand. After Thailand, we have Taiwan. So in Thailand is Bangkok. Yeah. And then in Taiwan, who do we have? Oh, checking stats has to be boring. Sorry, not sorry. And in Taiwan, we have Hsinchu City. Yeah, it's spelled Hsinchu City. Forgive me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. And then we have listeners in Australia, from New South Wales. Shout out. And then we have listeners from Egypt. Where in Egypt? Doesn't specify. But shout out. It actually could be. Oh my word. Oh my goodness. Let me not spill anyone's beans. And we have listeners from Tanzania, which doesn't specify where. I hope it's Zanzibar. Oh, Zanzibar, beautiful island of Africa. You guys know that song? And we have listeners from Tunisia, from Tunis Governorate. Tunis govern, yeah, whatever. Not whatever to the place, just yeah. Stats really ain't my groove, bro. But obviously, yeah, like I have to keep up and stuff and know stuff. And then just lastly on the list we have Namibia, Commerce. I don't know where Commerce is, but hello everyone. Yeah, so hello everyone tuning in. So let's just count the countries. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me a second. Bear with me. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We have 23 countries. And literally, in the space of, let me count. I started this in October. So November, December, Jan, Feb. 4 months. And we have 23 countries. Thank you very, very, very much. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. It's been fantastic doing this. It's actually amazing. It's amazing. And between, the percentages with regards to age and whatnot, between 0 and 17, that's 3.1%. You guys shouldn't be listening to my stuff, but I guess welcome aboard. And between the ages of 18 and 22, we have 9.2% people listening. 23, between 23 and 27, where it's happening, that's where it's at. That's 75.4%. 28, 34, 6.2%. Holla at your boy. Ladies. Holla at your boy. And between 35 and 44, we have 4.6%. And the rest, not interested. Of course, jokes. But anyway, let me just go back to the episode I was telling you about, which is on YouTube. It's, like I said, I'll drop the link below. But it's on SMWX. I'm just trying to think of his name. He has a name. So it's just, what's his name? But anyway, the episode is titled JJ Tabane on Jacob Zuma and MK Party Sona 2024, which means it's the State of the Nation Address 2024. ANC and Ramaphosa, Mbeki, Mkhweng, and Pakeng. But I won't touch everything. It's just basically just me. Sizwe Mpofu Welsh. I don't know what the X stands for, but that's beside the point. I did my best. So I'll certainly spread the fire, and But I think the thing from that episode was the lack of how can I put this? Okay, actually, let's just forget that episode. Something about that episode made me think about this. So I had this thought, and I was thinking about the many young South Africans who are leaving South Africa. And obviously to a certain extent, people are being discouraged, and yeah, they're being discouraged, or rather being told not to leave, and to, it would be best to stay. And I'm thinking, but why? You have to give young South Africans a reason. And I think to myself, if your skills would be highly appreciated elsewhere, why not take them there? I think there's a level of being patriotic that can be really dangerous, that you are too in love with your country to see how it's failing you. Sometimes, not all the time, sometimes, or most of the time. And it just, now I can remember. It was Jacob Zuma, obviously, campaigning for this year's elections, and it got me thinking. I'm like, dude, what is actually going on with these old, really old the dinosaurs of this country, right? We have the youth who pretty much make up majority of this country, who are concerned about the state of the country, which shows that there's an interest in politics. And when people say they are apolitical, I'm like, that's bullshit. Your ability to complain shows that there's you are intrigued. Like Laura and I said, be involved with politics because politics is involved with you. Actually, Laura said that, and then I agreed. Whatever, doesn't matter. So your ability to complain shows that there's an engagement. And I think to myself that, okay, cool. I think a lot of young South Africans are leaving because when I look at people like Jacob Zuma, who are, are literally campaigning, and I'm like, man, you had a taste of being what it feels like to be a president. I mean, I don't see him winning, but it's the ambition that we're all witnessing. That these old cats are just, and listen, it seems to be a worldwide problem, but it has me really concerned that, do you really not have faith in the youth? And if you don't have faith, doesn't that say anything about, doesn't that reflect the confidence that you have in the system? Because if you have a good system, right, with a good education system and good leadership programs in your country, without a doubt, if I was, let's say, hypothetically, I'm 65, I'm the president, right? And I know that I have done everything to make sure that everything is on par with maybe I don't know, other countries, whatever, doesn't matter. Not to say that one country is the one country that we should be looking at and or looking up to, but that's beside the point. And I know that I have tried my best. I did everything, not everything right, but I did everything just to make sure that people have good resources at their disposal. Then I need not worry about who's the next president or who's going to campaign, how old are you, and stuff like that. I should just have faith that we have good systems in place. And it just messes with me, man, when these old cats say that the youth aren't ready. Not ready for what? I think maybe that the system is failing us so bad that we're not ready then, whatever that means. But I just have this weird philosophy that throw yourself in the deep end, and if you fail, great, and if you succeed, even better. So yeah, and I mean kudos to everyone, or the youth that's just packing up their bags and saying, well, goodbye. And I mean, if you leave and get a better life and get citizenship, you don't have to be extremely patriotic to that point. You can have love for your country, but having love for your country could just simply mean you love it so much that even when it disappoints you, you say, well, that's not the country I fell in love with. Goodbye. So hey, man, I guess yeah, but I guess maybe also I don't want to sit with that for a long time. It can be quite depressing. I mean, there are also good news out there. What are the good news? What are the good I mean, our sports is doing fantastic. The netball girls, obviously, last year, right? They won the World Cup. Rugby, Bafana, the football team, just recently got third place. And I know we're divided in terms of, because the people say we shouldn't be celebrating mediocrity. I disagree. They've had a shit spell for a very long time. For a very long time. Like, if you actually think about it, the team that we had expected to do extremely well, which was the 2010 squad, full of stars, lots of, not even potential, it's people who had already reached their potential. And they also didn't do great. And I think after that, people just lost hope. They lost faith, understandably so. But I love football. So as much as sometimes I would not watch their friendlies, sometimes I would watch their friendlies. It's the love of football that I just have that. And I watched all the games. Not all the games from the tournament, but all Bafana's matches, all of them. Even that first game that they lost, I watched it throughout. I was pissed, but I watched it. But the thing that I am congratulating is that they gave us hope. I don't know what's next after this, right? Because I think for me, the next best thing would be, okay, boys, you have to qualify for the World Cup now, right? You have to give us hope. Also, give us a reason to go to the USA/Mexico/Canada, right? So I don't know. I know people. I don't know. There's a divide. Obviously, there's people on the other side who are saying we're celebrating mediocrity, and then the people saying, but guys. And I'm on the other side. I'm on the side that says, but guys, they've given us hope. They've literally given us hope. They've given us hope. And if you actually think about it, there are other South Africans maybe who play international who haven't represented a country, and I don't know, it makes it more appealing that, ooh, South Africa's doing well. There's a country that I could potentially represent. But I also like the coach's approach. But anyway, hey, don't even get me started on football, right? Don't even get me started on football, because I will not stop. Shout out to the hockey team, boys and girls, doing fantastic. What else? I think Drekas, is it UFC? Yeah. Shout out to him. There was a South African boxer, who also won a title. So I mean, sports, we are doing fantastic. And if I'm leaving anything out, sorry, I'm not doing it purposefully. It's just too much greatness, man. It's just an abundance of greatness. I mean, how can I keep up at this point? Come on now. I mean, Trevor Noah hosting the, I almost said the Oscars, the Grammys, and Tyler winning. So, I mean, there's an element of hope, right? It's not all bad. It's not all dark and, grim. There are people who are giving us hope, and I think we should look at them. And it's also great to look at these people still do greatness and be great in other countries. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be the greatest South African in South Africa. You can be the greatest South African anywhere. And what does it mean to be South African? What does it mean to be extremely patriotic, that you can't leave your country? I don't know. It's just a thought. Think about it. Yes, I did say you should think about it. But yeah, I guess I actually don't have much to say, but just that, literally just that. I guess I was also just itching to have the mic in front of me and just chit chat and just talk and just, I don't know. There's literally no purpose to this episode, and I'd like to leave it at that. Not every episode has to have this this revelation of, ooh, yeah, like a red table talk, that toxic red table talk. That table talk of, yeah, no, it doesn't have to be that way all the time, and sometimes it could just be just a sweet ramble, and I could just leave it at that. And yeah, all right, enjoy your day. I'm gonna do some gardening. come back. I do have some news to drop, but I think I'll do that season 3, or maybe the end of season. No, not the end. Just maybe towards the end of season 2. And it's wow, time really like moves fast. It's amazing. It's amazing. This is episode 7 of season 2. Like, bizarre, don't you think? So I guess like see it this way. Episode 7 is just to catch up and maybe slow down as well. Catch up and slow down, and maybe I don't want to do too much reflection. I feel like I've done that way too much. Can't like over reflect, man. Jeez, like you reflect so much, like ooh, bleh, But yeah, I'm gonna do what I do. Later check my responsibilities via email. So I'm gonna do some gardening, which I've been enjoying so much. And I'll drop my news when I drop my news. But stay in touch. I guess the best way to stay in touch and maybe to get these news before everyone else on the pod, all right, is to follow me on Instagram and check me out on Medium as well. Where else can you catch me? But if you can't find my Instagram, the link should be there. I did attach it, but if it's not there, it's all smooth with Kgothi. No caps, no caps, no underscores, no full stops. One word, it's all smooth with Kgothi. Kgothi. Message me after you follow me so that I know that you're from the pod. You listen to the pod. I can give you a follow. I can also keep up with your life, because I'm only an expert by knowing and engaging with others. I'm only an expert at being myself by knowing and socializing and blah dee blah blah fla shma. Peace out.
You've managed to reach the end. This podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts, which now will be available on YouTube Music as well. Have yourself a good time. Take care of yourself. And if you feel the need to reach out. I'm on Instagram at It's All Smooth with Kgothi. That's Kgothi. It's All Smooth with Kgothi. And we can have a chat. Or you could potentially be a guest. Who knows? Alright, folks. Take care.